What's up, Lakers Nation? Laker Lou here, and after that tough playoff exit, desperate times call for desperate measures. We're talking about a potential trade target that is absolutely wild, but Rob Pelinka might just be crazy enough to chase him. Get ready, because the talk is heating up about a potential blockbuster move for Atlanta Hawks star point guard Trae Young. Could Ice Trae be heading to the purple and gold? This would be a shocking move that could completely redefine our offense. So the context is clear. Getting bounced in 5 games in the first round was not the plan. Even with Luka Doncic secured for the future, assuming that extension happens, and LeBron hopefully back for another year, we saw our weaknesses exposed, especially the lack of a true center and defensive struggles. Coach Redick losing trust in the bench late in the series didn't help either. The Lakers front office has a history of making big, bold moves, and this offseason feels like one where Pelinka might swing for the fences again. While many experts are talking about more conventional center targets like Nick Claxton or Brook Lopez, or even the highly unlikely superstar chases like Giannis or Durant, where we lack the assets to compete, the Lakers might zig while everyone else zags. The idea here isn't necessarily balance, but creating an offensive juggernaut that can simply outscore everyone. And that's where Trae Young comes in. The proposed trade idea from the analysis suggests sending Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and Dalton Knecht to Atlanta. This package works salaries-wise and, importantly, allows the Lakers to keep their core 3 players. For the Hawks, who might be ready to move on from the Trae Young era, this provides salary relief and assets. Trae Young is an offensive wizard. He led the league in assists last season with a staggering 11.6 per game. While not Magic Johnson, his court vision and flair for the dramatic are undeniable. The impact of adding Trae Young? Offensively, the Lakers would become an absolute nightmare to guard. Imagine the pick-and-roll possibilities with Luka, the playmaking overload with Luka, LeBron, and Trae on the court, and the scoring punch he brings. Combined with a hopefully competent center, added in free agency, this offense could be unstoppable. However, here's the analysis and the big challenge. Defense. Trae Young is not known for his defense, and pairing him with Luka Doncic, who also isn't a defensive stopper, creates significant questions on that end of the floor. This move is a clear strategic shift, prioritizing overwhelming offense over defensive balance. The risk of this blowing up in our face is definitely high, as the analysis points out. But this is the Lakers. They're always willing to take big swings for a title, especially with the Mavericks getting stronger. Projecting the consequences, if this trade works, the Lakers could have the most potent offense in the league, capable of simply outgunning opponents. It would also bring the fascinating narrative of the Luka and Trae draft night swap coming full circle, with both stars finally playing together in Los Angeles. The question is the potential for an unstoppable offense worth the significant defensive gamble? All right, Lakers faithful, this is a wild one. What do you think about the Lakers potentially trading for Trae Young? Is the offensive firepower worth the defensive risk? Let me know your take in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of every single crazy trade idea, rumor, and all the off-season moves, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. Don't miss a single update. Thanks for dreaming big, and maybe a little crazy, with me, and as always, let's go Lakers. What's up, Lakers Nation? Laker Lou here, and we're diving deep into the kind of wild trade speculation that only happens when the Lakers are desperate. After that tough playoff exit, desperate times call for desperate measures, and Rob Pelinka might be crazy enough to pursue the ultimate high-risk, high-reward target? Get ready, because we're talking about a potential trade for none other than Philadelphia 76ers superstar, Joel Embiid. Could the MVP be heading to Los Angeles? This would be an absolutely massive move with championship or bust consequences. So the context here is our painful first-round exit in 5 games against the Timberwolves. It highlighted our biggest weakness, the need for a dominant big man. Rudy Gobert showed us exactly what having a true center can do. While the Luka Doncic trade secured our future and was a huge win, it didn't fix the center problem. With LeBron's decision looming and the pressure on, the Lakers are known for making big swings, and this offseason feels like one where Pelinka might take a suicidal risk to chase another banner. While experts debate more conventional targets, or unlikely superstars like Giannis, the Lakers might look at a player who comes with massive baggage but also undeniable superstar talent. That's where Joel Embiid comes in. Just 2 years ago, he was the MVP. When healthy, he is arguably the best offensive center in the game, a dominant scorer who can get to the free throw line better than almost anyone. He's also an intimidating rim protector, one of the few players who could replicate what Anthony Davis did defensively at the 5. He fills our biggest need perfectly. But, and it's a giant but, the analysis points out the absolutely terrifying aspect of trading for Embiid: his health. He has a significant injury history, dealing with chronic knee issues and back problems throughout his career. He played in only 19 games last season due to injury. On top of that is his massive contract. He's owed $55 million next year and still has $193 million remaining on his Supermax extension that hasn't even fully kicked in yet. To match that salary, the analysis suggests the Lakers would need to include Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and yes, even Austin Reeves. That's a huge chunk of our roster. However, the analysis also notes that because of the Sixers' anxiety about his contract and injury history, the Lakers might even be able to get a draft pick or two back in the deal. Projecting the consequences of this move is simple. It's boom or bust. The Lakers famously voided the Mark Williams trade due to medical concerns, so trading for Embiid, who makes team doctors sweat, seems unlikely. But as we saw with the Luka trade, never say never with the Lakers. If Embiid stays healthy, pairing him with Luka and potentially LeBron creates an unstoppable force, instantly making us championship favorites. If he gets injured again, we're saddled with a massive contract and lose key pieces for nothing. This is the definition of a high-risk, high-reward gamble. All right, Lakers faithful, this is the ultimate wild card. Would you be willing to take the suicidal risk and trade for Joel Embiid? Is the potential reward worth the terrifying injury history and contract? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of every single crazy trade idea, rumor, and all the off-season moves, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. Don't miss a single update. Thanks for discussing the wildest possibilities with me, and as always, let's go Lakers!